What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dragon Ball Daima episode review. And in today's video, man, we have a groundbreaking moment for Canon Dragon Ball, folks. You can no longer say this form is not canon. And I know, no, I'm not talking about Super Saiyan 3. I know we're on the slide. We got to get started. But yo, today is, boy, come on, man. Let's just hop right into it, man. We just got to get into it. Now, we basically pick up right where we left off from last week's episode. We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's now flexing his power. He's, facing Goma. Everybody's, amazed at the power that he's displaying. And he basically does like a little instant transmission little move, and then he just hits Goma right in the gut, bro. He straight lands one on Goma. And at first, for really the first, I want to say 20 seconds or so, it looks as if Super Saiyan 3 Goku is almost handling Goma like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was handling Tamagami. And to say that, it was really more so of I feel like Goma, he didn't expect Super Saiyan 3, and he probably wasn't expecting it to be that swift and powerful, even for him to still be that size, the size of a child and whatnot. So it probably caught Goma off guard to the point where he was, Goku was able to get a tad bit of a big advantage over him for a little while. But then it gets to the point where, you can slightly start to see how Goma is starting to actually block his hits, and he's starting to throw Goku, and it starts to go kind of back and forth. And then just as, the episode hypes up even more, Majin Buu actually hops in, and so does Tamagami number 1, and they actually start helping Goku. And basically, it becomes a 3-on-1 fight now with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Majin Buu, and Tamagami number 1. They're all going up against Goma. But Goma, being at this third eye is just making him so damn powerful right now. It is just really almost, I don't want to say impossible, but I'm really interested to see who really takes down Goma, bro, because this man is so freaking durable, dude. It doesn't make any sense, because it seems like none of their attacks are really doing any real damage on him. It just seems as if he's just eating everything, bro, that they throw at this man. So we end up seeing how Majin Buu, he gets thrown into the rocks, and Majin Buu comes back with a giant ass chocolate chip cookie. I don't know where he got this shit, but he came out the woods, bro, with a giant chocolate chip cookie. I'm talking about that mug had a 3-foot diameter at least, and he just straight threw it at Majin Buu. Majin Buu catches it, he consumes the cookie, and it basically gives him this massive power up. And once he meets up with Goku up in the sky, he sees Goku powering up in Super Saiyan 3, and he basically looks down in his hands, and he's like, hold up, let me try to power up too. So this is when we get another, really the first groundbreaking moment. I was like, yo, what in the hell is this, bro? So we ended up getting a Super Saiyan 3 Majin Buu, bro. This shit was crazy. Now, is this an homage to Super Saiyan 3 Broly with him having that green aura? Maybe just a tad smidge. Maybe just a tad smidge. But I don't really think it was anything kind of relating to that. But the fact that they made a Majin character go Super Saiyan 3, just really off of just seeing that shit and then manifesting it, that shit was just crazy to see Majin Buu do that, man. It was insane, honestly. So Majin Buu, he's in Super Saiyan 3 now, and him and Goku, low-key, they start working Goma a little tad bit. And it gets to the point where Goma, he's taking hits from both of them, but he ends up catching Majin Buu kind of off guard, and then he catches Goku off guard. Now everybody's kind of down for the count at this point, and it gets to a certain point where we can basically see Goku is just tired out. He's exhausted. He has no more stamina. Goma is standing over him, just straight blasting him while Goku's just there, bro. He can't even do nothing. Like, Goku's just completely tired out at this very moment. And, Goma is about to take advantage of it, and he plans to basically just fire a straight, point blank, one of the most powerful ki blasts that you ever seen. And out of nowhere, guess who walks up? Somebody notices something, and guess who walks up and stands above Goku just as this blast is really about to hit him? The old ass Namekian Neva. So Neva, he walks up to Goku and he holds out his palm and he shifts this orb of power, this orb of energy towards Goku. Now, this is a very nostalgic moment, basically calling back to the episodes of Dragon Ball Z, when the old Namekian had basically unlocked the full potential of Gohan and Krillin. This, I feel like, is a very similar situation, something probably even a more powerful, type of, potential orb like energy, because for this orb to allow Goku to do what he's about to do, it has to be a much more powerful, awakening potential type of energy than what we saw back in Dragon Ball Z. Because once Neva, gives this potential into Goku, we then see a surge of, energy to where, it's kind of like that moment when Goku goes into UI in Dragon Ball Super, except we don't hear all of these voices, but we hear these teardrops. And then we see Goku's body lift into the air. And, we basically see what I've really been preaching this whole time about Saiyans in Dragon Ball, dude. I know everybody loves the God forms. Everybody loves Super Saiyan 3. But when you get down to it, what does a Saiyan turn into when they look into the moon? A giant Uzaru. That is what happens. That is literally the most primal form that a Saiyan has. And then once they actually get control of that and they control their emotions, what is the true form of a Saiyan? Super Saiyan 4, people. Come on. Come on. They were bound to make this canon. Now, when I saw this happening, I was like, yo, I know they're not about to do what I think they're about to do. But if they're about to do what I think they're about to do, I'm going to get hype as shit right now, bro. And just, before you know it, we see, the arms, we see the hand, we see the fur, we see the tail coming out. And really, this is what I was just talking about, coming into like for fruition and really manifesting in front of our eyes as an audience, as the viewers. This was the true scene to actually seeing the roots, the Saiyan lineage within the blood of the Saiyan. Once they actually control that power, in this instance, his full potential was awakened. So it was more so of like something like Gohan, in the sense of, since he was, I don't want to say damn near close to death, but it was more so kind of like a Zenkai awakening with the, awakening potential that the old Namekian Neva had put on to Goku. So that's what I'm really considering all of this, and how it led up to this transformation of Super Saiyan 4. Now, some people may think it's out of place, may not like how it looks. I get it. And, more often so, we got a lot of haters out there on the GT community. Everybody loves GT Super Saiyan 4, but for some reason, everybody hates GT. But, staying on topic, like I was just saying, I know a lot of people don't like how it fits into the story, but when you think about it, I mean, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. But when you really think down to like a T about it, it really makes sense, people. So the fact that we are now seeing Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Dragon Ball Daima is crazy. We are basically getting, I feel like, a big fan service to us too, because we're finally seeing, Super Saiyan 4 Goku in the orange gi pants, in that super outfit that, we eventually see him in Dragon Ball Super. We basically see him in the orange gi pants. He has the red hair like Gogeta or Limit Breaker Goku, whichever one you really want to, refer to. Is more like Gogeta because it's more of like a reddish color other than like a violet pinkish color like Limit Breaker. So I really want to say it's more so of like the Gogeta trend. And I like how they put that touch on it because it really just makes it stand out tremendously. So we see as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he takes on Goma. And at this very moment, once the fight starts between he and Goma, the effects, the animations, all of that is crazy. I'm telling y'all, bro. This fight starts looking like something out of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but way longer. Like we're getting the full fight, bro. And it's just, it just gets crazier. And, we see as Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma go back and forth, they're really kind of at like this even standoff. It kind of reminds me of seeing, Ultra Instinct Goku go up against Jiren. And, just ironically so, Goma looks like Jiren in this instance, being this big with the third eye and all that. So the fact that we see, this small being like Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku going up against Goma, it still kind of just brings back that nostalgic feel of, basically going back to the days of seeing GT and you seeing Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku straight handling these grown ass adults. Like it was just crazy. So we see, the fight between Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma actually just progress further into the episode, and it really becomes a big chunk of the the midway episode part of it. It really becomes like the main focus, and we see as Goku fires off this huge blast at Goma. He basically ends up taking it, and once we see him take it, we see that he's about to get back up, and he basically withstood the blast from Goku. And at this moment, everybody jumps in. Supreme Kai, Glorio, Majin Buu, and Tamagami, they all jump back in. And at this point, it becomes, like a 5-on-1 fight once again. And everybody's going in, attacking at Goma. And Goma ends up, basically toughing out everybody else except Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But then we also see Super Saiyan 4 Goku is kind of like still handling Goma to a certain extent. And it gets to a point where he needs to build up for this big Kamehameha. Glorio realizes the moment. And once Glorio realizes it, Glorio and who is it? Piccolo. Glorio and Piccolo are starting to load up their final attacks. Glorio is powering up to, probably one of his most powerful moments. He's using, most of his dark magic energy to get this done. And him and Piccolo are firing their attacks at Goma. Goma ends up tanking their attacks. And once he does, we see that they're pretty much exhausted, but it's at the perfect timing because Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's firing off the Kamehameha right as Goma is coming towards him. But there's a split moment, bro, where Goma actually punches Goku straight in the face and knocks him. Basically, it looks like he's knocked unconscious and he's flipping backwards in the air. But then you see this streak of light and Goku straight finishes the Kamehameha mid-air upside down straight at Goma, bro. Like, I was talking about, like, this looked like some straight Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball style all mixed into one. Like, this was just a incredible attack moment for Goku, bro. Like, this was probably, no doubt, one of his most powerful Kamehamehas in Daima and probably in, like, Super, probably. Like, low-key, I'm not even doubting it. Now, we end up seeing that in this moment, he knocks Goma down. And once he knocks Goma down, we see that the third eye kind of activates in a sense of, like, protecting the owner that has the third eye. So once he does this, Goma actually ends up you know, coming back out of the crater twice as big as he was before. So at this point, Goma is looking like King Kong compared to like everybody else. And at this point, he traps Super Saiyan 4 Goku into this energy orb that basically extends Goku's energy to the point where it basically drains it out. And he goes from Super Saiyan 4 back into Super Saiyan 3, 2, and then eventually back into base mode. And while all this is happening, Dr. Orensu calls Glorio over, and she tells him to bring the Dragon Balls to her. And he's asking her what she's going to wish for. And of course, Dr. Orensu tells Glorio kind of like this half-sided truth/lies, saying she wants to wish to become the most powerful Supreme Demon King so that she can defeat Goma. But we all know once that's done, she's going to try to do some slick stuff. So Glorio, he's not stupid. He can sense that. And once he summons up Purunga of these Dragon Balls, we see it appears to be this huge red dragon instead of green. And he asks, you know, who's stating their wish. And Goma, he actually thinks that he can take on Purunga. So he actually goes and he flies up to Purunga and he tries to punch him. But he straight flicks Goma like he's just like a green bean or something, bro. He straight flicks Goma out of the distance. So it really gave us a sense of how powerful these dragons are. They really are like great deities, you know, that you really just don't mess with. And once we see that Glorio is saying the wish, we basically see a good view of everybody else seeing that that Glorio is a traitor. And, you know, once they see that he's a traitor, they're all upset. They're all trying to still hold their own against Goma. And Glorio ends up saying the wish, but we don't get a clear translation of what he wished for. So at this very moment, we are kind of like in the dark about, you know, if he really made the wish to grant, you know, Goku and his friends to become the adults again, or if he actually said the wish for Dr. Orensu. So we will have to find that out in the next episode. But let me know down in the comments, you know, what you guys thought, you know, about this episode. You know, let me know your opinions about Super Saiyan 4. It is canon now, people. So I don't want to hear the arguments. I don't want to hear the fuss, yada, yada, yada. Super Saiyan 4 is here. It is my favorite transformation, as you can probably tell. And it's, hey, we're here, baby. So I will see you guys in the next episode review. You guys take care and peace.